Today I'm convincing my girlfriend that I've literally lost my head, and I'm using her to do it. I've got a balloon filled with fake blood hidden under my hoodie, positioned right where my head should be. I'm crouched behind the mirror, and she's sitting right there, completely distracted by her phone. I start fixing the mirror, acting totally obsessed with the repair. I start demanding tools. No, not that one. Too blunt. I need something sharp, something precise. She is getting so annoyed. She's just wanting me to finish so she can go back to her show. She has no idea she is literally handing me the tool that's about to cause a catastrophe. I finally grab the sharpest one she hands me. I lean toward her, acting exhausted and shaky. My head, it hurts so much, babe. Can you just massage it for me? I press the sharp tool into the balloon. It pops and fake blood goes everywhere. I secretly snatched her slipper without her noticing, then asked her to hold it so I could test how sharp my new scissors were. She had no clue the slipper belonged to her and let me slice it piece by piece. At first she was confused why I'd ruin a random slipper. I lied and said I didn't need it anymore. It still never crossed her mind I was destroying her own footwear. As soon as I finished cutting, I bolted away fast. She stood up to walk and instantly realized one slipper was gone. Wait till you see her friends' shocked reactions. None of them warned her at all. Today I'm pulling an epic paper reality prank on my girlfriend by covering her MacBook, iPhone, and AirPods in paper to see how long it takes for her to lose it. I even have a massive surprise waiting for her at the end. First, she sat down at her desk and reached for her AirPods, but as soon as she picked them up, she realized they were just paper. She spotted me recording and immediately asked what was going on, jokingly trying to fit the paper AirPods into her real charging case. Next, she went to use her MacBook, but no matter how hard she clicked, or even after she unplugged the charger, nothing happened. She finally realized the entire screen was covered in a paper printout. When she reached for her phone to call someone for help, she immediately noticed that was paper too. Then came the ultimate surprise. Watch what happens when she tries to walk through that door. Today I decided to pull an epic prank on my boyfriend by using a pregnancy test as a popsicle stick. I carefully molded a popsicle around the handle of the test, and when he kept pestering me to help him with the dishes, I used that as my distraction. I rushed to the freezer and got a popsicle set just in time before he turned back around. The next day, I grabbed the treat, walked over to his bed, and woke him up by teasing his feet. He was pretty frustrated at being woken up, so I handed him the popsicle to calm him down. As he started eating, we were just chatting and laughing like normal. I casually mentioned how hot this summer has been and that he really needed something cold. He started getting suspicious as he got near the end of the stick. It just looked too strange. He took a closer look and realized exactly what he was holding, a pregnancy test. I immediately told him, "Congratulations, you're going to be a dad." He was in total shock, but as he kept licking the stick, he realized the test result was actually just painted on. Watch his hilarious reaction at the end when he realizes the truth. If you want to steal your friend's ride without him noticing, you have to be a master of distraction. Today, I'm pranking my friend by pretending my cardboard cutout is a brand new lottery-winning motorbike. I'm standing there with my cardboard creation, playing engine sounds from a speaker and trying to convince him I'm rich. He's roasting me, calling me crazy and telling me I need professional help. I keep him busy by making him take promotional photos for my fake bike. While he's busy laughing and taking pictures with his phone, I'm slowly closing the distance. I finally ask the magic question, "Hey, let me take your real bike for a quick spin." He's so distracted by my cardboard disaster that he doesn't even think twice. I hop on his green motorbike, rev the engine, and zoom, I'm gone. Smash that like button if you think I'm the worst friend ever. My sister and I decided to pull a terrifying haunted TV prank on my twin. We replaced the TV screen with a blank piece of black paper and hid my sister behind the unit with a speaker to control the voice commands. To make it even scarier, my sister dressed up in a spooky red ghost dress with full horror-style makeup. When my twin walked in, she tried to turn on the TV, but obviously it wouldn't work. She found it strange, but when the TV suddenly started responding to her with strange commands and eerie voice-controlled messages, she didn't realize it was a prank. She thought it was some kind of new, advanced tech. She started trying to use her own voice to override it, but of course it didn't work. Frustrated, she began poking around the TV, trying to check the internal parts. Just as she was about to look behind the screen, the ghost popped out and this happened. I am officially turning our apartment into a psychological experiment. Today, I'm convincing my girlfriend that she's accidentally moved into the wrong home. Phase 1, the disruption. I've changed the door number and hidden a speaker in her room to play random, annoying alarms. She wakes up furious and sees me just chilling there. She starts complaining about the noise, but I play it totally cool, acting like I have no idea what she's talking about. She goes back to sleep, completely confused. Phase 2, the disappearance. As soon as she's under, I change into a sporty outfit and slip out of the house. The goal? To make her think I'm not even home, even though she saw me there minutes ago. Phase 3, the gaslight. She wakes up again, totally disoriented. She walks to the door, sees the number is wrong, and panics. She tests the fingerprint scanner. It works, which makes it even weirder. She finds me arriving home and starts interrogating me about the number and the noise. I look at her like she's speaking a different language. What are you talking about? Are you okay? Phase 4, the switch. I quickly dash away and sneak out to switch the door number back to normal. Watch her face when she realizes she can't trust her own memory. I decided to pull an epic prank on my twin by putting her phone into a knife-shaped phone case. I then started using it to chop vegetables right in front of her. When she woke up and couldn't find her phone, she was struggling and asked to borrow mine to call hers. As soon as she dialed, her ringtone started playing, and I was right there, still chopping veggies with a knife phone. She searched the whole table and couldn't find the source of the sound. I pointed toward the fridge, sending her on a wild goose chase, but she found nothing. I even walked around the kitchen acting like the sound was moving. When the ringing stopped, I went back to chopping. She called again, and this time I casually left the knife phone right on the table. She picked it up, inspected it, and even held it while looking for her phone, still not realizing what it was. The look on her face when she finally notices the camera cutout and realizes the knife was her phone all along is priceless. Today, I decided to pull an extreme blender explosion prank on my twin right in the middle of our living room. I started by prepping a massive amount of ketchup to create a hyper-realistic blood effect. While she was busy tidying up behind me, I set up the blender on the coffee table, acting like I was making a special smoothie to keep her distracted. I kept the conversation going the whole time, carefully making sure she stayed a few feet away. The hardest part was filling a balloon with ketchup and hiding it inside the blender without her noticing. She kept asking why I was using a blender in the living room, but I managed to keep her off guard. Once everything was perfectly set, I dropped a ketchup-filled balloon into the machine and counted down to 3. I turned the blender on full power and ketchup exploded everywhere, covering the living room in what looked like a total disaster. Watch her priceless reaction at the end. While she was asleep, we covered her nose with gauze stained with fake blood to make it look like she just had cosmetic surgery. When she woke up and saw the bandages, she was panicked and immediately demanded to know what happened. To keep the lie going, my friend showed her a small bone, telling her it was removed from her nose, which completely shocked her. We even used fake blood and a medical scar on her stomach to make it look like a full operation. She was so overwhelmed that she actually passed out. When she came to, she immediately called her mom in a panic, but her mom was in on the prank too. Her mom calmly told her, "It's the cost of beauty, honey, just get some rest." Thinking it was all real, she went back to her room to sleep. We then took the prank further by wrapping her leg in gauze to make it look like she'd had even more work done. When she finally woke up again, she was starving. We baited her with our latest home-cooked meal, a pork bone dish, and she loved it, asking how we made it taste so good. Then, I showed her a large bone, implying it came from her own body, and you won't believe her reaction at the end.